My name is Jiggy Juice. Mo kani ang mga headlines atong mga news outfits. Starting with GMA News. The Philippine reserves rise up to $106.7 billion in February of this year. Duterte says, I got news. I have a warrant from ICC. House requests room for prosecutors in the Sara Duterte trial. And the PAOCC to create safety nets after alleged POGO workers escape raid in Makati. And PAOCC eyes deportation of more than 1,000 POGO workers in about 2 to 3 weeks. And the Philippine Air Force to probe a South Korean manufacturer of the FA-50 jet that crashed in Bukidnon. And Chinese national nabbed for alleged illegal farming and use of endangered wood. Ukrainian drone hits industrial plant deep inside Russia. So wag yun ikaw mo na sa ilang forever war. It's been going on for 3 years now, the Ukraine versus Russia war. And Iran will not negotiate under U.S. bullying, the supreme leader says. Mo kini mga latest headlines sa atong mga news outfits karon sa ABS-CBN Mount Canlaon evacuees wonder if they'll have a home to return to. And the DepEd to renew the some 7,000 admin support staff. Semiconductor workers and strike after, or rather end strike, yundang nila ilang strike, after committing for wage hike. And in a speech before Pinoys in Hong Kong, VP Sara Duterte hints at 2028 presidential bid. And milyon-milyong halaga ng umano'y marijuana na sabat sa balikbayan boxes mula Canada. And the Syrian president calls for unity after reports of mass killings. Mo kini mga latest headlines sa atong mga news outfits karon sa Inquirer.net. 4 areas to experience extreme caution heat index Sunday according to Pag-asa. And according to Comelec, NFA rice sales at LGUs exempt from election spending ban. And according to the SWS survey, boosts support for Marcos admin Senate sets according to a lawmaker. Tingog party list pushes for measures protecting women and children. And according to Abby Binay, convert portions of cash grants to medicines for seniors. CICC helps PNP ACG track IMSI catchers with mobile BTS trackers. And Shabu worth 1.3 million pesos seized from alleged trafficker in Cavite. An alleged NPA rebel nabbed in Sorsogon. Bong Revilla receives warm welcome from OFWs in Singapore. Mo kini ato mga latest headlines ato mga news outfits sa tibuok nasod. We have ang headlines sa Philippine Star or PhilStar. Climate change body hoping for more carefree or car-free cities, I should say. Marcos supports private sector healthcare reforms. Masugi Geo Reserve debunks DNR's claims of failure to construct housing units in sanctuary. And government steps up drive versus agricultural smuggling and cartels. BRP Cabra shadows Chinese Coast Guard vessel amid rough seas. And Poe confident Marcos considers best options for DICT. And Department of Justice touts wins versus laundering and terror financing. And Romualdez backs Iloilo fishermen versus commercial fishing intrusion. And Maritime cops seize 2.8 million pesos worth of cigarettes in Sulu. Mo kini ang ato ang top of the morning news bites. Atong gitadtad ang atong mga balita into just news headlines so you don't have to read everything. According to Phil News Agency, OCD calls for stronger civilian role in disaster response. And DOT invites Hollywood execs to film in the Philippines. Yes, absolutely. That's a really good idea. According to the news, 251 nabbed in QCPD's intensified week-long anti-crime ops. And the National Amnesty Commission receives 2.4 thousand amnesty applications. And Central Visayas crime rate down by 41% in February. Well, that's great news. And 2 NPA regional leaders killed in Northern Negros clash. The National Amnesty Commission announced it has so far received a total of 2,424 amnesty applications. And the Butuan City drug bust yields 2.7 million pesos of shabu and 3 arrested. And U.S. judge, according to the U.S. judge, China liable for COVID-19 handling, medical supply hoarding. These are the latest headlines atong mga newspapers and news outfits, news websites all over the country. Sa Manila Bulletin, it's about Philippine interests. DFA chief frowns on distortion of South China Sea issue. And PAF expecting arrival of 22 Black Hawk choppers training for pilots assured. After system intrusion, Army launches cyber defense exercise. An International Women's Day protest demand equal rights and an end to discrimination and sexual violence. Marcos names Makakua as new BARMM chief minister. And the PCG ship repels Chinese vessel 3 times its size off of Zambales. These are the latest headlines atong mga pamantalaan o atong mga news websites, news outfits all over the country. Now let's go to the Manila Times. Labor senatorial bets to push for decent wages, and SINAG seeks update on the probe of NFA execs, and 7,000 strong force to arrest Duterte. According to the SWS survey, 62% satisfied with DOST and Metro Manila, 4 provinces to have power interruptions due to maintenance work. And Senate chief sounds alarm over surging online gambling, and Mark Villar wants creation of scam prevention centers. And Palawan approves mining moratorium, and Region 6 earns 74 billion pesos from tourists. Electrification reaches far-flung Cebu village, and 3.4 million pesos of shabu were seized from 2 pushers in Cabanatuan City. And the Philippines joins Mobile World Congress. Moka na mga latest headlines atong mga news outfits all over the nation. Now let's go to our local headlines. Sunstar Cebu, blast fishing ruins rehabilitated reef. Umbrella. Okay, what is this? Let's read. That's the latest headlines sa Sunstar Cebu. Okay, stay tuned for more news headlines. Ngani sa atong programang gitawag nato og Top of the Morning News Bits here on 105.1 TMC, the best of us.